Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. So much going on around the channel at the moment. So on Mondays we're streaming blueprints. Normally do check for the live button below the video to find out if we're coming up next Monday, and we kind of put that up 2 or 3 days in advance normally. And you can even vote for us at Thinky Games as streamers of the year. That would be fantastic. I mean, we're not going to win that, but it's amusing that if anybody votes for us. Thank you if you've done that. Now, there's also, of course, on Patreon, we've got the marvelous Sudoku Hunt Off by One by Panthera. Check that out. There are some solution videos to the first couple of puzzles in the pack, which are example puzzles, so you can work out how they work. The solution videos are actually done by Timotab's 12-year-old son, Fast Sandals, and I recommend those to you. Well done, Fast Sandals. What else we got? We've got all sorts of stuff on Patreon, gridogram connections and difficult cryptic crosswords. Have a look at those. And of course, we've got loads of Sudoku on the channel, but loads of Sudoku in our apps as well, which do feature sandwich Sudoku and even domino Sudoku, both relevant to today, but also classic Sudoku 2 with some brilliant puzzles by Nikoli and also Sam Cappleman-Lynes, and of course the Worms, which are fantastic sequential sets of puzzles that lead on from one to the next. They are brilliant and I recommend them all highly, but I'm going to have a look at a puzzle by Puzzle Tank, who has been puzzling me lately. And Puzzle Tank has given us a yin, yang and sandwich puzzle today, but the rules are a bit specific, so do check them out. And here they are. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so 1 to 9 will go in every row, column and every 3 by 3 box. If digits are separated by a white dot, they must be consecutive. And there is yin yang. We have to shade some cells such that all shaded cells are orthogonally connected in one group and all unshaded cells orthogonally connected in another group, something like this. No 2 by 2 area can be entirely shaded or unshaded. Those are the yin yang rules. And there is a sandwich clues as well. Clues outside the grid give the sum of the digits strictly between the 1 and the 9 in the respective row or column. The full sandwich must be shaded if a sandwich clue is given. Must be shaded. So the whole sandwich will be shaded when there is a sandwich clue given. So that's going to give us a bit of a clue about the shaded cells. It gives an example. In the case of a sandwich clue of 6, the string of digits 1, 4, 2, 9 must be shaded in that row, or the string of digits 1, 6, 9. So you would shade all of those digits, so the crusts and the contents of the sandwich. Okay, well, I think that feels helpful, but I don't know how it's going to play out. Give it a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to start now, clicking the wrong button as usual. Let's get cracking. Well, I'm going to get cracking in this column. 35 is the maximum sandwich sum, and that's because the digits you can sandwich don't include the 1 and the 9. They include 2 to 8, and they add up to 35. So the 1 and the 9 must be on the ends. Actually, it's going to apply down here as well. And the sandwich digits are in the middle, and they're all shaded. So I'm going to use pink for shaded, and green, no. Let's do blue and yellow, because that's even clearer, I think. Blue for shaded, yellow for unshaded. Right, in this row, we've got a sandwich of 20. So the 9 is going to come, well, add 20 to the crusts, 1 and 9 is 30. And that means that the outies add up to 15, because you all know the secret, perhaps, which is that every row, column and box of a Sudoku adds up to 45. So the outies add up to 15. So apart from that 3, which is a definite outie, there are outies totaling 12 before the 9. Now that could be 3 cells. They could be 2, 4, 6. Or it could be 2 cells, in which case it would be 7, 5. Gosh, so I don't know. The 9's in one of those cells. All of these are definitely shaded. Now in this column, 10 has to be at least 2 cells. It could only be 3 if it was 2, 3, 5. And that can't happen because of the 3 in the corner that's given. So I'm going to put 9 there. And this pair adds up to 10 without being 1, 9, 3, 7 or 4, 6. So that's 2, 8. I think this is very approachable for a yin-yang. Now, I was immediately going to shade the rest of these yellow, but we don't know that. That's not been in the rules. That anything not in the sandwich is yellow, is unshaded. Anyway, no 2 by 2s, so all of these cells are definitely yellow. Now, 22 is a big sandwich number. Let's do the trick with the outies again. 22 plus 10 is 32. The outies add up to 13, and they include an 8. So there's a maximum of 2 more outies, and one of them is here. So that digit is either in a 2-3 pair or is 5. Maximum of 1 more outie in the column, and then you hit the... So the 1, well, sorry, 1 of the 1 or 9 must be here, and it can't be 9. It must be 1. 1 of the 1, 9 must be here, and it can't be 1. So it must be 9. And all of the cells between the 9 and the 1 and the 9 and the 1 are shaded. Ah, they're all blue. But there's some yellow. If we make that blue, this yellow has to get out. Up there. If we make that blue, this yellow has to get out. So all of these have suddenly gone yellow, which is entertaining. This digit is 2 or 4 by Sudoku. Now the outies, yes, we also learnt there that the outies, well, one of these digits is yellow, and so is an outie. Yes, that's what we learned. One of the digits is yellow and is an outie. So the outies are a 2-3 pair. So 2 and 3 are confined to those cells, and they can't be here. That digit is a 4. Okay, well that was good. We've got a 1-9 pair next to each other in this column? Yeah, we do, and they're both shaded. And they can't involve any of these cells because that would involve putting 3 1-9s in a box. This digit is also not 1 or 9 because we've got a 9 there and a 1 here. So these 3 are the only ones that can be included, and that one must be one of the 1 or 9s. And that's going to be useful in the row, because now we've found a crust in the row. We've got to sandwich an amount of 14 in either 2 cells, which would be 8, 6, or 3 cells. So there's another crust in one of these 2 cells. And these are in the sandwich and the crust. But it could be there, which would be a 1, because there's a 9 up there. Then that would be 8, 6, that would be a 9. Or it could be here, the crust. That would be a 1 as well. I don't think we... can we have a 4-cell sandwich of 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, we can. That adds up to 14 as well. So I've got to be very careful now. I don't think I can make further progress there, annoyingly. This is quite approachable for a yin-yang. Now, I haven't told you my 2 normal things about yin-yang, which are that the perimeter can only contain 2 blocks of colour, 1 blue and 1 yellow maximum, because otherwise you'd be joining things and cutting sections off. Don't really know how to use that yet. There is another blue cell in one of these 2, which is the 1 or 9. So one of these will be made yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. Oh, the other thing that I do normally tell you is that you can't have a checkerboard of sort of blue, blue versus yellow, yellow, because if you join them, if you join the two yellows, you'll cut off a blue, etc. Okay, let's look at this cell. Can't be 1, 2, 8, 9, 3, or 4. That is 5, 6, or 7. This one, therefore, on the white dot is 5, 6, 7, or 8. Not particularly helpful. The 1 and the 9 in this column are in these cells. So the 9 in the bottom box is in one of those two. And one of these two is the 9 in the 1, 9 pair in this column. Ah, we've got this 17 sandwich in this column. Now, does that force the 1 into this box? That would be very useful. How could we keep the 1 in this box with the 9 being down here? We'd have to have it, 17 is at least 3 cells sandwiched, because 8, 7 only adds up to 15. So if we were trying to keep the 1 in this box, 1 would be there, 9 would be here. All of these would be blue. And that would be blue as well, because of the 1, 9 that we'd need in column 2. Now, is this possible? This yellow would all have to get out. I mean, there is clearly an escape route for it. It's annoying because I'd like to say that 1 is in one of those cells, because then that's got to be a 9. We'd have a 1 here. Oh, I'll tell you why that doesn't work. That's beautiful. Right. If 1 was in one of those cells, if it was all the way up here in the 17 column, they would both be blue. Oh no, they wouldn't have to both be blue. Sorry, I was thinking it would be there, and these would all be blue, and that would be yellow. No, that's not what I was thinking. What was I thinking? Was I thinking anything at all? If 1 was up here, yeah, this doesn't work. If 1 was up there, these would all be blue. Well, maybe not down to there, but at least down to there, these would all be blue. That would have to be yellow, and would not be in the 1, 9 sum here. And that would make that a 1, 9 sum, but we've posited a 1 here, which would break that being a 1, 9 pair. I said sum, don't worry about that. So 1 is not up there, so we are going to have to confine 1 to this box. Those 3 are the sandwich. This is the 9. We can colour the 1 and the 9 in the column. These 3 add up to 17. I don't know what they are. I'm not concerning myself with that at the moment. I am now concerning myself with the fact that this has to be yellow. It can't be 1 or 9. And now we've got a 1, 9 pair up here. That's yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. This yellow has to get out. So it has to come up there. Then it's going to have to come up here and round the corner. And it's also going to have to come through here to connect up with the rest of the yellow somehow. That's blue to avoid a 2 by 2. This is blue to avoid a 2 by 2. It doesn't have to be in the one in the sandwich. That's fine. Now, this is yellow to avoid a 2 by 2. So's that. This is not a 9, because in this column, the sandwich would include a yellow cell. This is very approachable, actually. So these add up to 20, plus those is 30, plus that is 33. These add up to 12. They're a 5, 7 pair. 2, 8 need a home in box 1. That has to be there. That's a 4, 6 pair. This is a 5, 7 pair, and the given digit tells us which way round they go. And now this is even. Okay, that's good. We're making some progress. 2, 8, 1, 9. We need a 4 in this column. That has to be there. Don't know what those are. Right, I need to do a bit more yin-yang, I expect now. We still have this 15 clue to figure out, which is going to require a swathe of blue down here. Oh, we're also in the 14. Could it just be 8-6 with a cut off here, with a crust here? Do you know, I think it can. We've got the 2-3 outies, which are either there and there or there and there. And the other one is yellow. Okay, I'm going to have to think about this 15 sum. Right, the 8 being down there says that the 15 sum is at least 3 cells. What does that mean? It means that we've got at least 5 cells of blue here. Does yellow have to get through? Sorry, does yellow have to get through? Yes. Well, yes, it does. We can't start the sandwich from down here with a crust, because we'd get at least 3 cells of sandwich and another blue, and this yellow would get blocked off. So we're going to have to start it from up here with a 1 there, 3 cells of sandwich below, then a 9, a crust, and now this yellow can get out through that way. Now these add up to 15. They don't include a 3 or a 7. But they must have an odd digit to add up to 15, actually. So that odd digit is going to be a 5 in one of those cells. The other 2 add up to 10, and they're even. I know there's a 4. Oh, they're not 8, 2 because of that, so they're 4, 6. So I can put the 4 there. This is a 5, 6 pair. That is a 2 because it sees 3 and 7 in the row. These 2 are a 3, 7 pair. In the row at the top, we need a 4 and a 6 still. Part of the sandwich, that's fine. In that 1 is looking at this cell. Yes, and we need the sandwich in this row to be 8 and 6 now. Good. That's resolved. That 6 makes this a 4. So we've done the row sandwiches. We've done that column. This column, we need these 2 to add up to 13, and they must be 6, 7 now. That's useful. Oh, that one must be 6. That's 7. This is 5 at the top. That's 7. This has become an 8. The 6 makes this 5, 6 resolved. That was very powerful. This becomes a 3. I've got 5 and 6 to place in box 7, 2 and 3 to place in box 4. 9, 2, 4, 6, 1. There's a 3 now. We've done the 14 sandwich. What other sandwiches haven't we done? The 22 sandwich is the one that remains. And I don't know how the yellow completes, actually. It either goes that way. Oh, it can't go both ways round. No, I don't know. I'm going to have to do Sudoku, I think. Oh, that 6 has sorted out 4 and 6. So that's not a 9. This place is a 9. That's how to do it. That's in the sandwich. That must be now in the sandwich. This is the yellow cell, which is a 2 or a 3 for the outies. Now we've got to connect up all the yellow, and we've finished with the yin-yang aspect. Now I add up this sandwich. No, I've done it effectively by putting the 2, 3 pair down there. I don't need to do any more work with sandwiches or yin-yang. Everything else is Sudoku. So I'll stick a 9 in row 5. Then a 1 can't be there. Must be here. 8, 9, 4, 1. These are 5, 6, and 7. The only place for 6 is there. These are a 5, 7 pair. 5, 1, 7, 4, 6. This pair sees 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 2. That's a 3, 8 pair. That's going to fix this. And this becomes a 9. These are a 2-8 pair. In this row, we need a 1. That goes here. I still think this box is going to reveal itself at some point, but it's not doing very well at that. That's 5 or 7. Down here, the 3 sorts out 2, 3. That gives me a 7 there. That gives me a 3 at the top. 8 is in one of those cells. Down at the bottom, that's 4 or 5. Oh, we need a 7 in the bottom row. That's just Sudoku. And that's 5 or 6. Then we can place 4 in the bottom row. The 7, is that not resolving? Which one of these is 5 and which one is 7? Not sure. 1, 3, 2, 7, 9. We've got a 4 in one of those cells, a 6 in one of those. We've got a 3 to place in box 8. That's quite easy. That might be the last 3 in the grid. These are from 5, 6, 8. Oh, we've got a white dot. That has to be a 5. Sorry if you've been screaming about that. It's been available for a long time. It's going to be a very key disambiguator, actually. See, I've finished box 3. I've finished box 6 now. These are 5 and 8. Don't know the order yet, but it does place 4 and 6 next door, if I can type them correctly. That digit is 2 or 5. 9, 7, 8, 4, 3. I'm wondering, oh no, I was wondering if I'd missed a sandwich time. That's a 2 by the power of naked singling. 5, 6. Suddenly this box is finished. Box 9 is finished, and we've just got box 7 to do. And there we go. That is a very approachable yin-yang sandwich puzzle. Good fun. 18 minutes. Didn't expect that when I began it. But I did think there were a lot of clues given that rule set. So that turned out to be correct. Thank you, Puzzle Tank. Not bad at all in terms of me getting through it. I missed the white dot for a while, but I don't know. I didn't feel I missed much else about how to solve the puzzle. Good fun all round. Thank you so much for following us on the channel. Always a pleasure to have you with us, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.